Hey, what's up folks? Realtor Chris Hall. Today I want to welcome you to my newest listing, and we're actually driving to it right now. But to start out, I want to start in the middle of Alliance Town Center. And the reason why is I'm going to chat as I'm driving to the house from Alliance Town Center. It's going to give you a really good idea of how close it is to everything. But this particular home is a 5-bedroom. It has a master and a secondary bedroom downstairs. It has 2 additional bedrooms upstairs. And then the 5th bedroom, it could be a media room. It could be a bedroom as well, because it does have a closet and a bathroom attached. But it's kind of got a layout. It's got a little bit of a feel of being a media room. So it's kind of right on that edge. But since it does have a window, it has a closet, and it has a bathroom attached, we're going to go ahead and just call that a 5th bedroom. Now let's talk about the neighborhood, and we'll talk more about the house when we actually get there. But the location, pretty much any home in Heritage has a fantastic location, because almost everything that you would want is within about a 10-minute drive. So as I said, right now we are right in the middle of Alliance Town Center. So I'm going to turn around and we're going to head back to the house, and let's just see what time it is. So it is 2:08. So let's see how long it takes to get back to the property. And little heads up here, I'm going to stop at the community water park, and I also want to show that to you, and then we'll actually go to the house, just to give you an idea of how close all the conveniences are and how close everything is. Now you might be able to see off to my left here through the window. I don't know if maybe I'll scoot back and it might zoom in a little bit there, but you can see right here, they are building this building here, and you've got this little area. So just Google, if you're not familiar with it, Google Alliance Town Center. What would that be called? Truck yard. That's what they're calling it. They're calling it the truck yard. And basically they're just gonna have a lot of food trucks and stuff out there. It's gonna be really cool. I'm super excited about that. But anyways, let's head to the house. Right now we are about to exit the Alliance Town Center, and then off to my immediate right is going to be Betty Perot Elementary School, and I'll show you that here in a second. Actually, let me turn this camera around real quick, and hopefully I can do this without running over somebody. So you see we got ourselves a pond right there. Believe it or not, there are actually some pretty good fishing in there. And then as we head down just a little bit more, we're going to make our way through this light, and you're going to see that we're going to have the Betty Perot Elementary School off to our immediate right here. So there's the school. I don't know how well that will show up, but that'll give you a good idea. And now we're going to make our way down a little bit more, kind of making a bit of a detour, because I just want to show folks that aren't very familiar with Heritage just how close all the conveniences are to this particular home, and really how close the community water park is and this particular park. By the way, if you're not familiar with Heritage, there are a number of parks. There are miles of walking trails. There are basketball courts, tennis courts, quite a few different ponds. It's a really great area. You know, I can't speak highly enough about Heritage. It's a really, really cool neighborhood. They also have their community rec center, and inside the community rec center, or the community center, you can actually rent out rooms if you need to have, you know, get-togethers or parties or whatnot. But they also have a nice little workout space too. And now we are pulling up to the community water park here, and we'll be up here a little more. And you know, actually, I'm gonna show y'all an aerial, because if I just show the video coming through the window here, it's not gonna give you the full experience. So just to give you an idea though, I'm driving up on it right now. Let's see if we roll down the window, you can get a better look. And then what we'll do is we'll cut to, and I'll show you the whole thing from a bird's eye view. As long as this individual doesn't run me over. So there we go. We can see the park right there. So actually, let's zoom out that window. We're gonna hop in the drone. I wanna show you what that looks like. right, so there we go. That was the community water park, the community center, the park, all that good stuff right there. I just pulled out of the parking lot of the community water park, and we're sitting at about 4 minutes now of driving, and this is with me doing detours and whatnot. So you pull out of the water park parking lot there, you're gonna take your first right, and then you're gonna take your first left, and this is the street it's on. And then we're gonna come right down here a little bit, and we're gonna be at the home. It's a really nice home. I'm super excited to show you guys. Let's get out right now. Actually, not right now. Let's get out now, and let me show you this house. All right, folks, so here we are inside the home, and as I do in all my videos, I want to start with the front door at my back, and really this just gives you the ability to discover the layout of the home, and it gives me the ability to really point out some of the nice features of this particular property. Now, when we first walk into the house off to our immediate left, that's going to lead into kind of like a sitting area. It could be an office. The nice thing about it is the way it's squared off all around here. It would be extremely easy to have somebody come in, close this wall off, put a French door in, and then you've got a really nice office space right here. Now, directly across the way from that is going to be the formal dining area. And I really like the way this one's set up because you can go right through that doorway right there, and that leads you right into the kitchen. And then obviously we've got the stairs. The home actually has 2 sets of stairs. You have these stairs right here, and then on the back side of the home, there's another set of stairs. But let's make our way down this little hallway right here, and I'll show you the living room and the kitchen real quick. All right, so here we are inside the kitchen. Actually, we're in the living room looking back on the kitchen. I forgot to mention, one thing I want to do on this particular home is at the end of the video, I want to go over and point out some of the things that you could do to this home once you move into it, where you'll be able to change the look considerably. It's not going to break the bank too much, and you're probably going to add a lot of value to the property as well. But as I said, I'm standing in the living room right now, looking over into the kitchen here, and then right next to that, you've got your little eating nook. I really like this layout. I'm a big fan. If you've watched any of my listing videos, I'm a huge fan when you have the sink and the kitchen and the nook all in this little space. Maybe I like it just because I have little kids and they kind of hang out while my wife and I are in the kitchen doing our parent stuff. But I really like the layout. Now, it might look a little bit dark in this video. It might not, but if it does look a little dark, understand there is a wall right here full of windows. So if you took the screens off, the solar screens off the outside, you're gonna have a ton of light come in this house. So that's something I'm gonna say for the end, but this can be an extremely bright home if that's something that you like. Now on the back side here of the nook, that's gonna lead into the first bedroom downstairs. So let's go inside that bedroom real quick and take a look at that. All right, so now that we're walking out of the first bedroom downstairs, you'll see that this is the second stairway. And then across that first bedroom, we're gonna shoot through the living room, and we're gonna go check out the master bedroom and bathroom. All right, so that's the master bedroom and bathroom. When you first walk out of the master bedroom right here, you're gonna see there's a little half bath right here. Now, I'm a big fan of this because I like when I have folks come over for company or whatever, they don't have to use one of my kids' bathrooms or my personal bathroom. There's this nice little hall bath right here for your guests to use. So let's make our way back to the front of the house real quick, and then we're gonna make our way upstairs, and then we're gonna take a look at the upstairs. All right, so when you first make your way upstairs, you're gonna notice this direction is gonna lead to a living area where there's a pool table, and then there's a bedroom. If you remember earlier in the video, I talked about it has kind of a media room, could be a bedroom. That's gonna be the 5th bedroom. We'll look at that one here shortly. And then right across the way, you've got bedroom, what would that be? 4, through the Jack and Jill, and then you've got bedroom 5. So let's start over on the back side here, and then we'll look at this first bedroom right here. And then on the opposite side of the home, you've got the 2 additional bedrooms. So let's go over there and check those bedrooms and the Jack and Jill out real quick. All right, so as I said, I wanted to go over a few items in this particular home that I feel like you could make some upgrades to that would really change the look of the house, but really wouldn't break the bank too much. So the first one, let's talk about color, right? So once you walk in, you'll see, you kind of got this old style paint to it, and some people might love it, but I'd have to assume that the majority of people would probably lean towards the side of wanting to get this property painted. But the great thing is, all these plantation shutters, don't want to break them. All these plantation shutters are white. They're not bone color. And I'm telling you that's huge, because I see a lot of homes, especially homes that were built in the mid 2000s, where people put plantation shutters on, but they're that bone color, and nobody really likes that anymore. It's kind of gone out of style, especially if you decide to go slightly a little bit more modern look on your home, where maybe you do like a grayish beige, or maybe like a warm colored gray. And then you try to do your baseboards and your trim more of a vibrant white, so it kind of pops. Man, I'll tell you what, if your plantation shutters are bone colored, it does not look good at all, but you don't have to worry about that. The plantation shutters are white, the baseboards, the trim, everything is a white color in here. So that's gonna save you a ton of money. So really all you're looking at is getting the walls painted, because the ceilings are kind of a whitish color there. So like I said, that's gonna save you a ton of money by just being able to paint the walls. You don't have to do the roof. You don't have to paint the roof. You don't have to paint the ceiling. You can just paint the walls. And that alone would really change the look of the house. Now, the next thing is gonna be in the kitchen. Now, as I said before, I really like when the sink is set up the way this one's set up, so it looks out. But these folks actually upgraded these countertops. And if you look right there, I'm a big fan of that color. I really like that granite countertop. Now, if you had somebody come in, if you wanted to get a carpenter out and have them take this part out right here, just remove that, and you put something in that's a little bit more seamless, and this kind of dates a house a little bit. If you go ahead and take those out and you put something that's a little bit more smooth, a little bit more modern, paint these cabinets white, put some nice hardware on here, and then upgrade the backsplash a little bit, depending on what you want to do. These countertops will support a more modern style kitchen. So you could do that, and it's going to if you painted this house, painted the cabinets, redid the backsplash, and put hardware in here, it would completely change the look. Now, the last thing I'll point out is the floors. Now, the floors are actual hardwood floors. So if you ever go into like a model home before, you'll see that there's a decent lip in between the wood floors and the tile. That's because these are real wood floors. So you can actually sand these down, and you could have them stained to a color of your desire, which is going to save you a ton of money versus putting some new floors in. Sometimes you'll see floors like this will have like a distressed look. These ones have not been distressed. They're just smooth stained. So if you wanted to come in and give it that distressed look, you could totally do that. A lot of options you could do here with the wood floors. And then if you did that, I would definitely go ahead and upgrade these baseboards and go with at least a 7-inch or so baseboard. And that's really going to upgrade everything. And then the last part, I might have mentioned it before, but if it was desirable for whomever buys this property, if you close this space off right here and made a really nice office, that would probably be pretty important. One thing I've noticed due to COVID and more people working remotely, in-home offices are huge. So that's something you could do relatively cheaply, and I think that alone would add some value to the home. But that's the end of this video, folks. I hope you watched the whole thing through. I'd be totally impressed if you did, because this is going to be one of the longer videos. But if you'd like to know more about the home, look in the description. There's going to be links, more videos, more photos. There's also going to be times and dates for the open house. So I hope you enjoy those, and until next time, have a great day. Look forward to seeing you in the open house.